Alright, so in the description of this video, there is a link to my merch store. You can get t-shirts that have my name on it, my character's face on it, there's one that says just a dath, there's a coffee mug, and there's a pillow that my girlfriend bet me nobody would buy. So gamers, I think we should rise up and go ahead and buy that pillow with my face on it, which would be a win for boykind and gamerkind alike. Right now, if you use this code that's on your screen right now, you can get 10% off, and that only lasts until the 21st of February, so. But if you just skipped ahead to this part right here and you're starting this video where you saw the gameplay starting because you were tapping on the side of your screen or hitting the L or J key on your keyboard while watching on your computer, then hello, welcome to the video. But yeah, there's a link in the description to go to my merch store, so couldn't skip that. Either way, let's get into this. So I was perusing Twitter today, and I was pretty disappointed to see that Joel Emsley responded to somebody critiquing the fact that there's no dedicated playlist for Atlas Superstore, or the new Ground War map for that matter. It's a Forbes article basically saying that not everybody has all day to play Call of Duty, hoping they stumble upon the new content, and they wish there was a dedicated way to go look for it, such as its own mosh pit mixed in with Rust, or its own playlist entirely. Joel Emsley seems like a great guy. He's been a great voice on Twitter for Modern Warfare. He is, I think, the lead art director at Infinity Ward, if I have that title right. If I don't, then you guys can correct me. Either way, he responded by saying, just basically telling the dude to play 10v10 and 6v6, and it shows up frequently there. Like, TDM, 10v10 and 6v6, and it shows up frequently. First of all, not everyone likes 10v10 or 6v6, so they have to pick one or the other, usually. But okay, not everybody likes TDM. And I played the 10v10 Team Deathmatch and 10v10 Mosh Pit playlists for like 2 hours, one day I think an hour after that, and nothing came up. And that's a much smaller pool of maps than what Joel here is describing. He says 10v10 and 6v6 TDM, which would be literally every map that isn't a gunfight or ground war map, but also including Anya Palace, which is a ground war map. So I'm sorry, how is it going to show up frequently? I have played this game, I'm now up to tier, I think I'm getting close to tier 15 actually, and I do not have any gameplay other than what you're seeing right here on Atlas Superstore. And yes, this is the bot gameplay you've already seen. If you've been scratching your head, why is he showing this? I have not been able to play the new map yet. But luckily, in my 3 hours of playing Ground War, I was able to get half of a terrible game on the new Ground War map, where my team was getting spawn trapped and there was VTOLs in the air, and I don't even want to show this gameplay. Honestly, I don't want to show this gameplay because it's so bad, because I didn't know what was going on, my team was already losing, and that's kind of the thing about Modern Warfare. It really likes to put you in matches that are already in progress, and you're usually filling the spot of a rage quitter, meaning that your team is usually losing when you join in. So my experience with the new Ground War map was dog shit, and I have no other experiences to base it off of. This is why you need a 24/7 playlist or mosh pit for your new maps. That way people can see if they actually like them or not, because it's really hard to determine that when you just play it once every 10 maps. There's no map voting in this game, and the player base is split amongst a lot of different game modes and styles of play. This isn't about the quality of the map. This isn't about whether or not you like Atlas Superstore or Rust better, or you'd rather just play Shoot House. This isn't about the content's quality or your opinion of it. This is about access. When I last complained about this, people said I was acting entitled and that I should be happy that the content is free. I am thrilled that the content is free. I believe that was a phenomenal decision. The fact that we have 3 platforms playing together, getting content that doesn't split the player base all on the same day for no extra cost, it's amazing. And I really, truly mean that. And you guys that actually follow my channel know that. You've seen me make videos talking about people acting entitled and people critiquing the content to the point that it's absurd. The fact that Infinity Ward didn't even delay Season 2 without giving us a free weapon to go grind towards was just great. But now Season 2 has started, and it feels like all it came with was Rust. I haven't unlocked the new guns yet because that takes a good amount of time, and I've only been able to play Rust, and I haven't been able to see Superstore, and I've only played the new Ground War map once. It feels lackluster to say the least, and it's not for a lack of content, it's for a lack of access. That's why it's so infuriating, and the fact that Season 2 launched with a Realism Ground War playlist and a 3v3 snipers only gunfight playlist, and they added CDL playlists, I believe, as well. But yet, no playlist for their brand new maps. I was mad about this before, but now Joel Emsley is on Twitter telling somebody just play 6v6 and 10v10 TDM, it'll show up frequently. First of all, I'm sorry, that's a lie. It's not going to show up frequently. Again, you're actually increasing the amount of other maps that are in the rotation when you do that. Your chances of finding it should be even lower. So I'm going to go ahead and say strike one. But even if it did show up frequently, we don't want frequently, we want consistently. We want direct access to this new content. I want to be glad the content is free, not thanking God, because if it wasn't free, I'd be so pissed that I paid money for DLC that I can't play. Which is now how Battlefield 4 players feel.
Oh, I made myself sad.
But this is all a part of a larger problem with Modern Warfare. Not enough people are playing it while wearing my new Just Adapt t-shirts that are in my merch store. Okay, I might have to cut that out. Modern Warfare has too many game modes. It has too many places to be, and I praise the game for that, but it's becoming one of its bigger weaknesses. This is the main reason I don't want a Battle Royale. The game is split between now multiple versions of Ground War, multiple versions of Gunfight, multiple versions of Hardcore and Realism, NVG and non-NVG. You have 24/7 playlists for things like Shoot House or Shipment and now Rust, and then you have all the standard game modes, then you have 10v10 and all those game modes. And this is to mention nothing of Spec Ops. What I'm saying is that there's too many things that Infinity Ward has to deal with and too many things for Activision to allocate resources towards, and I would imagine it's difficult to figure out what you want to put money and time into when there's so many different things going on at once. Even if it's a completely different dev team that ends up working on a Battle Royale mode for Modern Warfare, Activision is still going to have to give manpower and resources to something else on top of everything we already have. Instead of that dev team working to make 10v10 and 6v6 multiplayer better, or Ground War better, or Gunfight better, or everything, just helping Infinity Ward in general make content and add more things to the game, they'll be working on an entirely separate project. And the player base for everything else will get a little bit smaller as one more thing divides player attention. Modern Warfare and the people behind it is spread too many different ways. They don't know how to handle it. And that's clear by the fact that they put time and manpower and money into adding certain things to Ground War and traditional multiplayer that they didn't even give their own playlist. I called it incompetence in an earlier video, and I feel sort of bad for that, but I genuinely don't know what else to call adding content, advertising content, and then not giving people a direct way to play it. What do you call that? People will tell me that I just need to play more, or that the maps aren't that good anyway, so don't worry about it. But neither of those things fixes the issue. Because one of the things that new content needs to do is bring people back. So if you're burnt on Modern Warfare, if you're exhausted on it, if you're tired of it, if you've seen it all and you've played it all, let's say you already have Damascus camo even, and somebody tells you, hey man, just play more and you'll eventually find the new content. You can play on it from like 10 to 15 minutes depending on the game mode, and then you're back to Piccadilly and Petrograd and Shipment, Crash and Vacant and every other map in the game. Even when trying to play Ground War to play the new map, I didn't have enough time to judge it, and there's not even that many maps in the Ground War rotation, and it only showed up once in 3.5 hours of playing. 3.5 hours or 3 hours? That's a little hazy. I don't actually remember recording my time looking for Ground War. I know for a fact that in my 2 hours of playing 10v10 Mosh Pit and TDM, I never found Superstore. That's why the gameplay that's been running on and off in the background is bot gameplay. It's my hope to cement the problem, to drive it home, to make you understand that it's not a matter of quality or preference, it's a matter of access. There's too many things in this game, too many temporary game modes and permanent game modes and modifiers like Realism and Hardcore and Night Vision, and you just need some dedication to a single task here, Infinity Ward. And I personally will buy Call of Duty every year for traditional 6v6 multiplayer. I will. That's why I like the franchise. And so it's cool that you have all these other experiences for people, and I enjoy a good many of them, but after they add a Battle Royale, it won't be a matter of, oh, look how many there are. It will be a problem of too many. Where will time go? Where will resources go? Where will money and manpower go? Will Season 3 also give me 2 maps that I only get to play once in a goddamn blue moon? Either being 1 out of 5 or 1 out of 15? Like, do I really need to battle the odds? Do I need luck in order to enjoy new content? I don't know. I've made my point, and now the code word for this video is Ohio. If you don't comment Ohio the first time you comment and you have to edit it in later, I'm going to assume you didn't watch the whole video and you're doing it to fit in with the other comments saying Ohio. I'm not going to hear you out if you didn't hear me out. I think that's only fair. So yeah, so there's that. Also, remember, I have a merch store, and yes, this video promoted it kind of heavy. I'm sorry about that. I won't do that every time. I just wanted to sort of remind people because I don't think I've gotten many clicks on the store in a while. So either way, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you when I see you. Goodbye. Also, if I sound a little tired or a little bit drained in this recording, it's because I recorded all of this and then I bumped my computer and my hard drive unplugged. And everything on my computer's fine, everything's good, nothing got really fucked up except that recording because I didn't save it yet. So this is my second time recording this. So sorry about that. See you when I see you. Goodbye.